Welcome to the Interactive Body Balance Radio Show for health and fitness tips.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Interactive Body Balance Radio. I'm your host, Mike Dasiak, and thank you for joining this show, tuning in on December 26, 2024. And it is Christmas time of year. Call it mid winter break, time to spend with the family. And just relax, unwind, enjoy life, right? Basically have some quality time, reflect on a 2024, and get ready to build for 2025. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for the people that reach out. What has been going on in our world? As you can imagine, lots of kids, so we're doing all the great stuff with the horses and the hockey and the gymnastics and everything, right? There's just so much going on. Of course, school, and then for myself, business, love, talking with clients all across Canada and the world for that matter. I'll be doing a lot more traveling in 2025, be going out to different cities. Lots of great and exciting things coming. Yeah, so life is good, and now I'm listening to my kids on the backyard rink as we speak. The other two are at the farm. The other two, like I said, are on the backyard rink, shooting pucks around, having a great time. And I said, I'm going to go do a podcast to Grace. And she goes, "What's a podcast, Dad?" And I said, "Don't worry about it, daughter. It's all good." But they're just amazing. So, today's show, during this Christmas season, in my line of work, it doesn't matter if it's corporate, if it's seeing medical patients, whatever it may be, I get a lot of questions on health, as you can imagine, and performance, and how to be this, that, and the other thing. So today I wanted to take a brief 10 to 12 minutes on your mind, your thoughts, and how they affect or impact your daily life. So the power of the mind and the power of your thinking and how it really relates to how you perform. And I am a data-driven guy. My God, anyone who knows me, and I talk to everybody at the arenas and corporate meetings, traveling, I'm data. Show me the data, and then I'll go from there. I always call it clinical correlation. When I see a patient, how do you feel, and what does the data show me? So what are your symptoms? How are you presenting, and what does the data show me? My daughter this morning, this is great, folks. I love it because the data matters. Dad, I've been doing a lot of work Boxing Day, and of course they get lots of time and fun to relax, unwind, do their own stuff. But I think it was like 1:45, and she says, "Dad, I've been real busy this morning, and because her room's not clean, and she's not ready to go to the horses and all that great stuff." And I said, "Okay, let me check the data." So I went to my device, checked her phone time, checked the time on the devices. Again, it's Boxing Day, 26th, so they have a little more leeway. They only get 3 hours a day max during the school year, 3 hours a day total device time. Those are the rules. They go over it, you get to understand the consequences, repercussions, but 3 hours a day. But it's Christmas season, they're off. We'll give them more leeway. So their hours have been up. But at 1:45, I saw 3 hours and 12 minutes on her device. And I said to her, you can't tell me you're too busy to clean your room or do other stuff if you are sitting there and you're on your phone for that amount of time. So what does the data show? The data that I'm looking at and across multiple studies goes over it. So let's go through a few of them today. And there's the one called the milkshake study. And I've talked about it before, but this is important. So the milkshake study and mindset and how does it affect things. Okay, so what's the objective? They took two groups. On two separate occasions, they had participants, so there's 46, consumed a 380 calorie milkshake under the pretense that it was a 620 calorie indulgent shake. And they also did a 140 calorie sensible shake. Ghrelin, right? So there's leptin, which signals hunger, and ghrelin, which signals are you full. Was measured via intravenous blood samples at 3 time points, 20 minutes, 60 minutes, and 90 minutes. During the first interval between 20 and 60, participants were asked to view and rate the misleading label on the shake. During the second interval, they did a 60 to 90 minute mark. Participants were asked to drink and rate the milkshake. Here are the results. Okay, so think about it here, folks. They had both of them had a 380 calorie milkshake. One thought it was 620 calories. One thought it was 140, like two different groups, right? 140, 620. So there's the 380. They had different things. The results. The mindset of indulgence produced a dramatically steeper decline in ghrelin after consuming the shake, whereas the mindset of the sensibility, so that's the lower one, right, produced a relatively flat ghrelin response. Participant satiety was consistent with what they believed they were consuming rather than the actual nutritional value of what they consumed. What's the conclusion on this thing? There's a PubMed article here. The effect of food consumption on ghrelin may be psychologically mediated, and mindset meaningfully affects physiological responses to food. So I'm going to break this down. This is important. Again, I have the PubMed study here, PMID 215-74706. I can give it to you. My point is, you have a milkshake of that amount. The people who thought they were having, right, the 620 calorie indulgent shake, right? You see, they thought they were having a bigger one. It produced a different ghrelin response to the ones that had 140, thought they were having 140 calorie sensible shake, right? So your mindset, regardless of that it was 380 calories, can determine in blood your ghrelin, your full hormone response, just based on what you think, not the actual calories in the milkshake. So if you don't think your thoughts in your mind is really important, go look at some of these studies and I'll give you more, right? Studies on this. Even what you think you're having can change what your body does as a response. That's incredible. Again, I've talked about it before, and there's other things here. Another one, right? What about achieving weight loss goals? In a recent study among 1,600 participants who had enrolled in a digital weight management program, those participants with a stronger growth mindset engaged with the program more and experienced greater weight loss. Why? Because these individuals had a more positive expectation about their ability to succeed. In other words, they believe that the more effort they put into managing their weight, the more successful they would be. In turn, these participants also engaged with the program more, whether it was logging their exercises and meals, communicating with their coach, or seeking psychological support. Incredible. Incredible, but that's not so much so, because if you think you can do it and you believe you can do it, then you'll put the effort in to do it. I got a third one here. I scour these studies. I looked them over. The placebo phenomenon. Last one. In 2013, a study was conducted on 270 patients looking to alleviate severe arm pain. Half of the subjects received acupuncture treatments, and the other half received pain-reducing pills. Some side effects experienced in both groups included increase in pain, sluggishness, swelling, and redness. Both groups found relief with treatment, but those who received acupuncture reported feeling even better than the group that did not receive this treatment. You guys thought? It makes sense until I give you this last sentence. However, the study was not designed to measure the effectiveness of acupuncture versus plain pills. The needles had retractable shafts and never pierced the skin, and the painkillers were actually cornstarch. It measured the power of placebos. Imagine that. Even without any actual treatment, the body still reacted according to what each patient expected to receive. We know, why do you think they account for placebo in studies as well? We know this for a long time. What is this? The power of the mind. So, what am I trying to say here with all this information? We're already 7-8 minutes into this. Get your mind right, folks. Get your mind going in the right direction. You need to control your thoughts, control your mind, and then actually take action on it. Get it in the right spot. Think positive. Expect good results. Believe that you can do it. Believe that things can turn out in your favor. Take everything. I always say glass half full kind of guy. I understand it. I always say calculate risk. Understand the situation. Look at the data. I just gave you data points. And then take the chance, take the action, and implement. Your mind is really powerful. You can change many things with the mind and what you believe and how you expect things to go. We say, if you want to get something done, give it to a busy person, because they're out taking action, they're moving, they believe they can do things. No one wants to be around people who are negative. No one wants to be around people who are always, woe is me, I can't do that, it's not going to work, there's nothing that can be done, I just the way I am, I'm big boned, I'm overweight. Believe in yourself. I just gave you 3 examples on how powerful the mind is. Now, does this change everything? No. The mind is just one part of it. But if you don't get that right in relationships, weight loss, business, other things won't go right. But you know I'm a nutrition guy, right? You know I'm all about real food. You know I'm about working out. My kids have to work out even for 20 to 30 minutes a day before they get their devices. Why? It's really important for your health. How about sleep? I got a ton of sleep last night. Broken sleep because the dog was up, but I got a ton of sleep last night. You know what my Oura Ring said? I had a 96 rating today. I can read it to you here. Actually, I'm going to read it to you here. Let me pull up the Oura Ring. Here's the data from my Oura Ring, and I've talked about this before. My sleep last night. I usually get 7 hours of sleep to 8 hours a night. Last night, I had 2 hours and 20 minutes of REM sleep, 1 hour and 40 minutes of deep sleep, 9 hours of total sleep. Restfulness was good. Breaths per minute were good. Incredible amount of data, right? So we even have here, I'm looking at, so I'm just going between HRV balance was good. Resting heart rate, again, 59. Wasn't like, I've had it at 55. Body temperature was good. Again, all this stuff because I slept. It's important, right? Meditation, prayer, supplements where need be. If you are deficient in some things, really important. I would say nutrition and training are, of course all your stuff is important, but you got to get those down pat. I work with athletes and I get their training down. I was a personal trainer for 14 years. We ran businesses. We had studios. I know all about the physical exercise. I love it. I love nutrition, right? Certified in nutrition from many different places. I got functional diagnostic nutrition degrees. I've got Durham College nutrition degrees. That's all on top of my undergrad, which is in business too, where I've done business. So I love business. I love health. I love nutrition. I love training. I love all this stuff. It's super important. But of course, so is your mind. So don't neglect it. All right. I got to go. I know I'm going here and my kids are now. I hear them coming in. So there's a lot of banging going on in the house because they want dad. And I love to play with them. They're amazing. The website, MikeDasiuk.com. InteractiveBodyBalance.com. Simple that. info@MikeDasiuk.com. info@MikeDasiuk.com. Right? Our first book, The Transformation from Within. It's free on the website. How to Restore Your Health. Second book, more technical, more functional medicine related. You can get that, I think, a couple chapters free on the website. Just go over there. Get the free information, folks. We're so busy. I do answer emails and texts. I do get a lot a day, and I love doing it. But the website gives you lots of information. This podcast, this is why I do it. Right? I've got to do it more. I used to do them every day. Then I did it twice a week. I don't think I've done one in 2.5 months. I feel so bad, but it's just our life, right? But I love doing this even on a Boxing Day where we got to go to dinner tonight and we're going to have a great time with 14 more family members. And I said, people aren't around. I try to get these in because I enjoy it and I think that people get value from it. What is my goal? What is my goal doing any of this stuff here? I like to see people reach their maximum potential. That's it. You may be good at this and I want you to be just better. You may be an AHL player and you want to get to the NHL. You may be a director at a company and you get to be vice president. You may be the vice president, you get to be CIO, CTO, CEO, CFO, any of those. I work with all of these people. All of them. You're a nurse and maybe you want to have a better work-life balance. Maybe you want to be a better husband, wife, whatever you may be. Maybe you want to be a better athlete in general. That is why we do these shows. Take your God-given innate abilities, develop them, and become even better. Become the best version of yourself. Simple. That is what we do through all these tools, through all these actions, through all these studies, and then take action. Simple. I know it's not simple. We're here to give you the tool set, give you the information, and then you have to take the action. All right. What do I tell my kids every single day? Number one, you got to work hard. There's no substitute for hard work. Number two, I always say this here too. You gotta add value to the world. You gotta add your value and your skill sets to the world. What you're good at, add it to the world. Number three, help other people. Go ahead and pull chairs, open doors, help other people. I'm not even going to say what we did at lunch today when we were driving. You can imagine I had Gracelyn and Caleb with me and we did something for somebody else. Just leave it there. And number four, smile and have some fun. I talk about this a lot because people who work a lot or are driven or type A and who want to go after it, they maybe don't have as much fun. We're going to try and do that. I got to do more of that in 2025 as well too. All right, live with passion, live with purpose, live with intent. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Share it with people who need it. And I'll talk to you all real soon. Take care.